No, Judith, no. That's not where we bite the prince. At the least, can we go in here? She's just gonna do it now, isn't she? I didn't cancel that in time. Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome back to the noble generation of my Medieval Legacy Challenge, wherein Judith is serenading us via a Mercury foam mod with Regency era tunes. If you've watched the machinima that I posted probably a couple of days ago when this video comes out, or you've watched the very end of the previous actual part of the series, you'll know Judith had a bit of a bad hunt experience. Now, Judith obviously being a vampire, she went to the mayor's house, she tried to feed on Rahul, the mum walked in, like Lavina walked in, so she had to hypnotic entrance her. The dad walked in, like, I don't actually think he's Rahul's actual dad, but like his stepdad walked in. So the end result was Lavina was locked in a room, because she vampirically locked the door and entranced. The dad was entranced. Rahul was entranced, unconscious, and fed on. The Sims woke up and started a fire. So I was having Judith leave, and I actually couldn't have her leave because one of them had woken up and gone to cook. Can't have been Lavina because she was still locked in a room. So I figured if she's locked in a room and there's a fire in the house, she can't leave. So the machinima was the consequences of that. Garrett, who was the husband, is dead. Lavina is dead. I actually have removed the babies from the household as well. So Judith accidentally killed 4 Sims as the consequences of her actions. She's wrestling with that because, yeah, she's a vampire. Yes, she killed the butler. Her ethics are sliding very fast, and the implication from Judith Ward's backstory, even in the main games, is that she killed her husband. So she's not a great Sim. At the same time, mass murder and the murder of infants wasn't really on her, like, dance card for things that she wanted to do. So I've left Rahul alive. I've actually aged him up to a young adult, but I think he remembers enough to remember that Judith in his sort of nightmare-fueled memories of what happened that evening, which involve a lot of fire and screaming, her face is in there too. He thinks she had something to do with it. He doesn't know how, and no one believes him. Why are you listening to new disco, Mira? No, you may not. So, what? He just got romance with someone. It better not have been your aunt. I know she's your adopted aunt. Yeah, it is. I'm going to have to do something about that. I'm going to just set that back to 0. The game doesn't recognize them as related, but the Sims recognize themselves as related. I'm cheating that away. It's because he's feeling flirty because tomorrow is love day. We've got an egg ready to hatch. Honestly, Gabriel, make yourself useful. Now, the other thing I wanted to let you guys know is Gabriel, when I was recording the machinima, because obviously I had this household loaded, he actually got a pop-up. I did grab a screen grab of it, so I'll put it up on screen now. He got a pop-up saying he was able to finish school early. So he apparently can enjoy some performance boosts from being an overachiever. He can't join any of the adult careers yet. I think he could probably go to university. No, I don't really want to deal with that, I'm not going to lie. So what I'm thinking, he's a teen. He actually doesn't age up for another week and a half. I'm going to have him work from home focus on getting his skills up. For his career, he needs logic and charisma. I'm going to try and smash those out. So I'm going to buy him connections now before I forget. And that way, when he starts in his career in a week and a half, he should start, I think, at level 4. So yes, I'm thinking in this part, we're going to get Amy to come visit so I can get them engaged. So I said I was going to talk to you guys about Mira's royalties. She has written a few different books now on the education of young ladies, also the turning of the seasons, and poems for proper young ladies. She's got the best-selling author aspiration. That's why I've been doing it. The books she's writing are things that in this society would at least be considered acceptable. Also, Mira is getting close to aging up to an elder, which I am in denial about. So I'm going to have her write some non-fiction, cottage herbs for the housewife. So we're going to look at getting this little guy engaged and then probably married. One of the reasons I want to rush it, I know they're teens, it is medieval, so that is less relevant. One of them is downstairs playing the piano and the other one is Bartholomew. Because if you think about it, he's marrying into the royal family, and until the point where Amy and Gabriel married, the royal family could call it off at any time. because of the challenge, we can't have them do that, which means before Judith gets herself caught, which she's on a fast track to doing, let's be real, and before Bartholomew gets himself caught with Emily, which again, he's on a fast track to doing, although him being out of town at the moment improves our odds on that front. But if they're woohooing, there's a chance she's going to get pregnant. And if either of those things happens before Amy and Gabriel are married, there's no way the royal family would let him marry her. So I have to get them married pretty quickly. So remember how I said I couldn't dismiss the spirit of the previous butler who Judith killed? He showed up. I'm going to choose to imagine no one else can see him. He's just haunting her. I'm probably going to have her attempt to dispel his ghost again, but I've set them to be enemies. She did push him down the stairs and kill him, so, you know. I'm not super excited about having a ghost walking around the house, but in the context of a sim that was murdered, I'll allow it. She looks like she can release his spirit now. I think if she goes out here, she's going to die. Stop taunting your son. Poor guy, he already has a negative sentiment to his mum. Oh, she apologised to him, it must have gone away. So for spring equinox, there's give flowers and have a romantic spirit. Oh, I've also had Mira opt out of fame because she started getting fame from the book she was publishing, and I definitely think that is not a thing that should happen. If anything, these books she's publishing are actually probably via Lucas under a pseudonym. So it's either going out under his name or like it's by M. Honeycutt. So why don't we, go to the toilet and then we're going to invite Princess Amy over. I don't see why we should wait. I do need you to get some flowers though. Do we have any flowers anywhere? I don't think we have any natural growing flowers. There's obviously lots of flowers around. He could give those, so I might purchase by the phone. I'll purchase a rose or something. Amy's just arrived. She's here looking lovely. The prince has also arrived. I'm thinking I might have Judith entertain him. Receive a gift. Oh, she brought him a flower. Like, that's a little awkward because I was going to give you a rose. And now it looks like I'm giving you the same flower you just gave me. I also have a chrysanthemum. I bought a seed packet. I was like, what flowers are in here? So hopefully I can get... Oh, he's come inside. Let's just let him eat my food. Hopefully... Oh, look. She wants to chat with him on her own. Oh, he's gone to empty my bin. Well, we can't have that. Can't have the prince emptying my bin. He would never. I really need a table in here. I actually thought I had a table there. I'm just going to fix that real quick. So I don't exactly know what's going on here. I paused the game to... buy a table. It turns out it has to be a dining table, which is a bit weird, but anyway. And these two making out on the dance floor. Don't think that's particularly realistic, but that's fine. These two are chatting in the kitchen. Ooh, his current mood is suspicious. Look, she'd be up to flirt with the prince. Kissing, hugging, or flirting. Look, she would 100% actually flirt with the prince, but I'm seriously contemplating having her bite him. The only thing is Boston's over here. He's telling her a story. I'm going to say compel for a small drink. We'll see if anyone comes in. Hopefully she does it in this room. I'm a bit worried they're going to leave. I'm trying to keep an eye on both groups at once, mainly on this door. So these two are having a cute little dance. Really cute. No, Judith, no. That's not where we bite the prince. At the least, can we go in here? She's just going to do it now, isn't she? I didn't cancel that in time. Let's see if Mira reacts. She's over here doing some very groovy dance. Because there's no way Mira wouldn't take steps. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh no. Oh no! Oh, okay. He walked through just after it happened. She didn't react. Wow, Judith's getting sneaky. I thought for sure she'd notice. Because usually those kind of, see what happens type things, little moodlets happen. Also, you need to put some clothes on, my dude. There's no way. The prince is here. You're not wandering around in your undergarments. It's positively scandalous. Maybe she's chaperoning these guys and she's like trying to keep an eye on them. Now, I'm working on the assumption that if they're compelling and they use their little green squiggly line power, that means the person who's fed on doesn't remember. I cannot believe Judith got to get away with that. I'm actually stunned. Hopefully this will happen and she'll say yes. Now this is fully endorsed by everybody. All the families involved currently are approving of this relationship. She's in a great mood. She's feeling like queen of the world right now. She's fed on royal blood, I mean. Oh, all my chooks that I bought when I first moved into this save file are all becoming elders. I could have Mira make a cake. I wonder what kind of wedding cake she could make. She's got really high cooking skill. Brown and gold. Oh my gosh, these are beautiful. Oh, I think she's got a grudge against Judith. Yeah, she's got an active festering grudge against Judith. I assume it's because Judith yelled at her. Because Judith be doing that. I don't know if that means she's suspicious of Judith. I mean, Judith doesn't go outside at all. I genuinely thought she'd see Judith bite the prince. He has the bite on his neck, but it's barely visible under his collar. And because it was only a small drink, he didn't pass out. Maybe you should make friends with this guy. He's going to be your future liege. Who's that? Oh, Caroline. I mean, you shouldn't be here, sweetie. I didn't even recognize her. Look at her. I'm just going to show you guys. I am going to send her away. Why are you so sad, sweetheart? Do a respectful introduction to her because I want you to know her. But then I'm going to send her home because she shouldn't be here. But he should know her. These guys are having a little chat. I'm going to leave this part here, I think. I'll do the wedding in the next part. I'd love to hear what you guys think of, especially Judith's queen move of feeding on the prince in direct line of sight of two other sim. Well, one other sim who didn't notice. Mira, if she'd turned around, was in direct line of sight. Lucas walked in just after Judith had finished. And the other two were actually out of line of sight around the corner. I'm assuming what happened was, the prince was bowing over her hand and being very gracious and low-key flirty. She basically leaned in to, quote-unquote, smell his cologne or similar, and just a little nibble. Oh, got a sentiment. Interesting. Hopefully in the next couple of parts they'll start having babies. I'm so excited. And that'll be our final gen. It's all coming to a head. It's very exciting. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.